If you ask me why I breathe horror, I'd say it started with Poltergeist, then The Fly, then The Thing. Films that still stalk my dreams. But 28 years later might be the most unsettling film I've seen since those nightmares. The film opens on something oddly comforting. The Teletubbies, a symbol of pure childhood innocence, until blood smears across the screen. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, we catch a glimpse of a tree in the background. Not just any tree, the same magical one from the Teletubbies set. The tree was based on the real Sycamore Gap tree, a 300-year-old British landmark that was famously cut down in 2023. But in 28 years later, it's still standing. We see it again, haunting and quiet, as an alpha zombie and his horde close in on Spike and his father. It's not just a visual callback, it's a message. The film isn't just about zombies, it's about what happens when the past is severed, when nostalgia decays. The tree moves from a symbol of peace to a backdrop for horror. Even nostalgia has become infected in this case. But to understand this better, we have to rewind back to one of the earlier scenes of the movie. This is Spike, and this is the moment his childhood ends. He looks at the toy, a symbol of a world with clear heroes and villains, and he leaves it behind. He is choosing to become a man, to learn the rules of this new, broken world from his father. Hold on to this image for me. A boy turning his back on a fantasy, on security. Because 28 years ago, another boy made a different choice, and he is waiting for Spike at the end of this road. Every boy at some point has to learn that his father is just a man. This lesson is the heart of the entire movie. His journey begins as a father-son story, an apprenticeship in toxic masculinity. His dad teaches him that survival is about killing your enemies, that death is something you inflict. But this is a world of ghosts, and Spike is soon going to be haunted by another father figure, someone he hasn't even met yet. This is Jimmy, full name Sir Jimmy Crystal. His father, a pastor, gives him a cross and tells him to not be afraid of the judgment day. Then the father is eaten alive, while Jimmy hides. Jimmy's father taught him that faith is no protection, that a father can be a sacrifice, not a savior. Spike learns to resent the pedestal he put his father on. Jimmy learns that pedestals are for martyrs. Both boys are set on a path by the failures of their fathers. One towards manhood, the other towards something else entirely. Something stuck in the past. But if fathers teach boys how to die, mothers teach them how to live. When Spike leaves his father's world, he enters his mother's, and the film transforms. It becomes softer, slower, a story about a different kind of a death. His mother Isla is dying of cancer. There is no monster to kill, no enemy to defeat. She shows him that death can also be suffering, a quiet, painful fading. In her, he sees that survival isn't just about fighting, it's about caring. And then she shows him a miracle. In a moment of pure, impossible empathy, two mothers, one living, one undead, set aside the need to kill for the need to create. Isla helps an infected woman give birth. The baby is born human, untouched by the rage. She washes the child with bottled water. This is a baptism in the apocalypse. This is the ultimate fantasy trope. The chosen one, born from the darkness but pure of heart. We've seen this a lot of times. Luke Skywalker, Jon Snow, Paul Atreides. A new hope. But it's a hope that only exists because a woman chose compassion over violence. A lesson Spike's father could never have taught him. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys could, push the subscribe button. That's one of the main driving forces of this channel for me. Thanks a lot. Seeking a cure for his mother, Spike finds the wizard of this broken Oz, Dr. Kelson. The trailers painted him as a psychopath, a madman covered in blood. When I first watched the trailers, I was kind of scared of him. I thought that he was going to be the ultimate villain of the movie. But the truth is more profound. The blood is iodine. He is not a killer, he is a shaman, a memorialist. The doctor teaches Spike the final lesson about death, that it is a memory. That as long as we love someone, they are never truly lost. His Tower of Skulls isn't a monument to horror, it's a memento mori. Remember, you must die. A reminder that life is precious precisely because it ends. He has sympathy even for the infected, naming the Alpha Samson, refusing to kill him because maybe he sees a reflection of himself, of being trapped by circumstances. Now Spike has learned from his father, his mother, the soldier, the doctor. He understands death. Or does he? All of them have given him so many different meanings about death. But using all that information, he has grieved. He is ready to face the world on his own. And now, he finally meets the other boy. Remember the boy who watched his father die? The one who was told not to fear Judgment Day? This is him, Jimmy, wearing his father's cross still, but upside down now. A symbol of faith, inverted. Remember the Power Rangers toy Spike left behind? Jimmy did not. He and his gang became them. A real-life super team dressed in the colors of childhood heroes. Teletubbies, Power Rangers, living out a fantasy of total freedom. He is the dark reflection of Spike, a man with a child's mind who saw the world not as a tragedy, but as an opportunity. His hero was not a soldier or a doctor. It was someone else. Someone who he saw as an idol, but in reality was a monster. Before we get to this, I need you to understand that this film is actually starting off in the 90s. Now, in the 90s, there were a few shows that the kids watched religiously. Teletubbies, Power Rangers, and Jim Will Fix It. Now, Jim Will Fix It was a show that was hosted by Jimmy Savile. He was one of the most iconic TV personalities in the history of Britain. But soon after he died, a lot of allegations started coming forward about his monstrous abuse to disabled children. He was a monster hiding behind a TV show disguise. But Jimmy Crystal did not know this. He saw Jimmy Savile as the guy who always fixed it. So keeping that person as an influence, he decided that he would be the one to fix this. He would eradicate the monsters. He would bring the order and he would finish the game. This becomes very evident in the clothing of all of these people. Now you could say that the people are dressed like Power Rangers or even Teletubbies based off of their colors. But you could also say that they're actually dressed like Jimmy Savile, as he was a guy who was known for wearing tracksuits of these kinds, as he was a guy who was known for wearing jewelry of this kind. And as a result, Jimmy Crystal became Spike, but on the opposite end of the spectrum. Now, this is the opposite of a memory. This is the fantasy. It's what happens when you refuse to grieve, refuse to grow up, and decided to retreat into the stories of your childhood. You don't just put on a tracksuit. You become the monster you were trying to defeat. Spike chose to face the world, but Jimmy chose to become an action figure. The most dangerous thing in the apocalypse isn't the zombies that want to eat your flesh. It's the nostalgia that wants to consume your soul. It's the whisper that tells you that good old days can save you, when all they can really do is keep you trapped in the past. The film leaves us with one last haunting question. To survive, how much of your inner child would you kill? And what happens if you don't kill enough? Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button for me. It would really mean a lot to me. And also, if there's anything that you guys would like me to do better, or if there's any video that you guys would like me to do next, please let me know down in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one.